What's up? It's your boy Jiggity D. Like I said, I just been growing out my hair until all this is over with. But man, I just want to say, I kind of want to say this is the best Jurassic Park movie I've ever seen. And the reason why is, every other Jurassic Park, since the first one, you can easily put that on how it should have ended or a pitch meeting. Like, cause they're just flooded with like, just corny stuff and just like, that's why my Blu-ray collection, it's been like just original Jurassic Park. The first one, the second one, I guess they did some gymnastic thing where she was spinning around to kick a raptor. I think the only thing I really remember from that movie was the part where they're in the car and and she's on the broken glass, and I think that was the only like tense moment that I only remember. And the third one, cringe alert, but I had fun on the third one, but still it's not good. But I remember I went to theaters, I actually had fun with the third one, but it's not good at all. And then Jurassic World. I should say, I meant to say this before I say this is the second best one. If you think that Chris Guy can act, then you probably think it's maybe the third best one. No, he can't. The Chris Guy can't act. He's annoying, and it's just silly, corny, bad acting. Those Jurassic Worlds where I didn't even go to see the second one, Jurassic World, but I went to go see the third one because I was just bored, and then I heard it was bad, but I was thinking whatever, and it was actually worse than I actually expected. But Jurassic World, what was it? Some kids rolling around with some glass ball and it's just I remember not making it kept making less and less sense where you just had to go with it. Jurassic World 2, whatever it was, I actually never went to theaters, kind of fast forward through it as and being bored doing that. And the third one is I don't remember anything about that. Something about some grasshoppers flying around, but this one, yeah, it's and so now to get started to talk about this movie is, Jeremy, he's an idiot. Like, I swear, he says the dumbest things, and I kind of talked about in my last video when he was talking about that Eagle whatever Star Wars TV show, I don't know what it's called. And he be like complaining about things. I'm like, what? And I swear he complains about the dumbest things I've ever heard. Like one of his things he said, because I seen his review way before seeing the movie, and it was saying something about, and they were looking at water, says, what is that? And there's like, well, you should know there's dinosaurs in the world. So the thing is, I'm trying to say, without seeing the movies, like sometimes you kind of want to understand him. It's like, oh, okay, that might be a good point. And then when you see the movie, you realize, oh, no, that makes sense for a person to be like, what is that? And especially, and the thing is, a better response, but it's for kids. I me be like, what the F is that? That is just a normal way of reacting of what is that when you're not sure what that is. So it's not like, the movie plays where these people have never seen one because they're kind of like extinct or something, but still, it's the correct response, not, I know exactly what that is. No. But anyways, and the next thing is, I didn't really hear anyone's complaints. I just saw what they reviewed it and gave it or something, and they took forever to get to the point. But they tried to make it seem like one of them was it took forever to see the dinosaurs. It actually didn't take that long. I was actually fine with the story, and I think beyond the trailer says, and they're in this boat forever. I was like, no, they weren't. No, that went by pretty quick. I don't know if she's talking about before something happens. I think she was talking about before something happens or something. I was like, no, that went by really quick. The other thing dumb about Jeremy is he says something about the they're not tourists or whatever, but the other family says this movie would have been good if it stuck about these mercenaries had to get this medicine and just stuck it like that. Every time he says something like, dude, don't you understand that would be a dumb story? You really realize it when you see the movie. You're like, if that was it, this would not be a good story. But I will tell you the problem with the movie. I'll get to that. There is a problem with the movie that's just kind of like, yeah, it's fine, but it was actually going it was going enjoyable, but I'll get into that in a second. And I thought they kept trying to say that it's a rip off the other Jurassic Parks. And I'm thinking, no, it's not similar. It's not similar at all. Because I thought they had me thinking, oh, it's going to be like Jurassic Park of 3, where they get there and this family has been stranded, been on the island or something. And that's what I thought. No, no. They have an accident in water, so they had to pick them up. I'm saying that because I'm saying this. I actually thought that was actually I become every single character in the movie, and I actually could relate with everyone. So I just imagine this being stranded somewhere. Someone comes pick you up, and then they take you somewhere that you're like, no. No, no, no! Drop us off. So I can imagine that, and you think the people who come and rescue you want to take you to hell or something to go visit. But it's not like hell in the movie, and that's the problem what I want to get to in a moment. But and the next thing is, I thought if this was ever a complaint, I was just thinking about anything like it is a complaint. When a family jumps off the boat, that would be my first reaction because I'd be like, probably my mind think not the smartest, but at the same time, I'm thinking these people are idiots for saving me, but not saving me. So I'm like, hey, I'm saving who I need to save. So that would have been my actual response. So I know, like a moron, like German's like, man, that was so stupid for them to do that. Why didn't it just thought that'd be my, correct response. So everyone in the movie did their correct response. There was a guy in the movie that you want to punch in the face. And at the same time, they have I'm not splitting it right, but I seen there's a guy in the movie that I seen him kind of before, like you want to punch him in the face, but at the same time like him, because they were saying the things, and that guy is me because I will be saying the shit that this guy is saying because I get that way, and I said for that Mario Brothers movie where that star, it's like well, if I see death coming, I find the funny side of it. I just find the funny side of it. But yeah, Jeremy's complaints really made no sense. It was like, yeah. So the problem with the movie, I'll try to think of any other kind of dumb complaints. And I'm gonna say a spoiler at the end. I'll let you know it's not that big of a deal of a spoiler, but I will let you know the spoiler at the end. Is The movie, I kind of want to say is playing like Jurassic Park 1, where you're like, can something happen? It's not like taking too long, but it's just kind of like, those movies that you liked back then and you wish them now, like Independence Day. And I learned and I think I'm pretty sure Jurassic Park back then, I remember it was like Jurassic Park, Independence Day, every single movie. When the movie gets in the middle of the movie where the line, where you fast forward, you see the line right in the middle, that's when something happens, finally happens. So right when like Independence Day, the second that the line hits the middle, that's when the aliens shoot your thing. And I learned that it was always like every single movie back then, you had to wait to the middle of the movie for things to start going down. This did not do that, but I'm just saying that, something happened and then, I started be pacing like more and more things happen. Like, that King Kong movie, not the Skull Island one. It's the one where he climbs the building and they, did that over again. If you get the extended version where there's always something new, evil bugs, T-Rex and, big fish or something. But no, you don't get that. It's just, you get a new different dinosaur. So it's not like one dinosaur is following through the whole movie like the rest of them. And it's just, but the problem is, I did hear T-Rex was the best part, and he is, because the one thing that you kind of want to see because it feels like something new, it's moving slow. It's just like feels like one of those movies like they did back in the day when they didn't have like the CGI and you just cut and where you see him, but you just see him just standing there. It's like, dude, you're moving way too slow. I thought you'd be more scary than this, and he's not really doing anything. That's what the ending is. And basically everyone that you expect, you would not expect for them to push to kill lives, So it's just kind of like, come on now. I just want to be a little bit shocked of, oh, you killed that? That's, you killed that kind of person or that someone that young or something. But no, it's for kids. So, yeah, definitely take your kids, but because it's kind of like one more thing, like that werewolf movie. Man, is it called Werewolves? Where there's an action werewolf thing. I think it came out last year. I think is well, how was I gonna explain it? Oh yeah, my little one loved that movie, but I can see like it's just like these wolves are barely even moving. So so I think kids would enjoy the final act because you don't get that into the final act. You know what I'm talking about, the new dinosaur or whatever, and he's not really doing too much. No. He just, it's kind of like, one of those Godzilla movies where he just like, and not really reaching or moving fast. He just feels like, hey, what's up? So no, nothing cool happens with that dinosaur. I thought it'd be some tense moment. So I was thinking this is gonna be viable, but it's just these scenes are all the dinosaur stuff. It's just okay. The kills were good, but the kills they stop early. I thought I heard something about the kills are always hitting. You can't see it. I was like, isn't that every Jurassic Park movie? But the kills were at good places in the movie, not anything typical. So when they got to this tall grass, I was like, are they gonna do that raptor thing again where you only see their tails? Because I heard it was like a rip off of the other ones. Like, no, they don't do that at all. So, but yeah, the kills like stop really early on. So anyway, so that's the thing. It's just not, it's not that kind of a thrill thing. But the T Rex was cool. It's just there's the other dinosaurs parts weren't like there's different ones acts and that they weren't interesting compared to the T Rex. So to say the spoiler, I was thinking this movie like I would like this movie. I said it would be viable if the guy that they're trying to make it seem like he's going to be a villain actually. So make sure I said spoiler. If he turns out to be a hero, I really wanted him to be the hero that saves them all and gets them all out of there. Because I didn't want to be typical. I was like, do something like different where like I used to watch these horror movies. I was like, what's that last one? Until Dawn. I just always want the girls not to be like, and be brave, just show me something different, and I want that guy that, to be the hero, which they kind of, give me what I want, but I want it to be the hero. So that's the problem. I want it to be like save the day as the badass, when you like the last person you would expect actually saves the day, not the Aliens 2 guy that, runs and shuts the door and then the aliens behind him. I want him to be the one that just really saves the day. And, so the ending is just that final finale. It's just, you gotta give me something. And they did not. It was, yeah. All right, so that's the problem. But every other Jurassic Park, if I not even talk about them, like I said, they're Jurassic World had the thing about the kids in the ball. It was like nice, beautiful CGI, as in like say James Gunn and Superman. You know how the picture's beautiful, yeah, as it looks nice and shiny, but you kind of just you don't really like feel like there's danger, So in this movie, I just think T Rex was the only one that you actually kind of really felt danger. I think after T Rex, you kind of get the drift of who's left. I mean, who could die and who's not, and yeah, it's fine though. It's fine. So it is to me a. I can't stand the ones with the Chris guy in it. I can't stand those. All right, peace. I'm in peace.